Hey everyone, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a story that is deeply personal, incredibly raw, but honestly, it's universally applicable. We're talking about a sudden, massive career disruption caused by AI. And not as some, distant sci-fi concept, but as a real force that is actively reshaping careers right now. If you've ever found yourself wondering what it actually looks like when an algorithm just automates away your livelihood, and more importantly, how you can pivot and rebuild from that, well, you're in the right place. Let's just get right into it. Zero, right? That is a truly terrifying number when we're talking about your livelihood. I mean, picture this. You're a Cambridge-educated professional. You're a chartered translator with over 15 years of rock-solid experience. You've literally done everything right, by the book. And then, almost overnight, your income just drops to zero. And the crazy part, it's not because you did a bad job or because nobody needs translations anymore. It's simply because an algorithm learned how to do it. This is the exact reality for the 39-year-old narrator of our source material today. So let's unpack exactly how she hit that zero and how she's fighting her way back. Okay, Section 1, the AI displacement reality. The timeline of how fast this all unraveled is just staggering. If we look back to 2015, our narrator actually faced a redundancy that ended up pushing her into what became a really successful, decade-long freelance translation career. It was a great setup. She worked from home, raised her 2 kids, and hit all those major family milestones. But then, 2023 happens. Over just a 12 to 18-month window, things just started falling apart. Clients were sending less work, explicitly telling her they were experimenting with machine translation, and then early 2024 brought the final blow. An agency that made up 80% of her income automated their job allocation with AI. And just like that, literally overnight, the income vanished. The emotional weight here is just immense. She says, I have a really prestigious degree that I worked hard for, but I have to start over. I mean, wow. This isn't someone who lacked drive. We are talking about someone who worked at Christie's, the ultra-prestigious auction house, and was an in-house translator for a high-end luxury fashion brand. She has tons of qualifications to her name. But her story validates the exact anxiety so many mid-career professionals are feeling today. You can play by all the rules, follow the traditional path to a T, and still find yourself starting completely from scratch at nearly 40 years old. Moving on to Section 2, the economics of automation. So here's the thing. The core issue isn't really that AI is somehow universally better in every single nuanced way. It really boils down to cold hard math. Our narrator points out that a human translator might give you a perfect 10 out of 10 in quality, sure, but it's expensive. AI, on the other hand, might drop that quality slightly, maybe to an 8 or 9 out of 10, but it slashes the budget by 80 to 90%. Plus, it's incredibly fast. When companies are staring at that kind of massive financial saving, well, sacrificing a tiny fraction of quality becomes an absolute no-brainer for them. And this brings us to a pretty remarkable mindset shift from her. She asks, it makes business sense to use AI instead, doesn't it? There's absolutely no bitterness there. I mean, frustration, for sure, but she's incredibly pragmatic about the whole thing. She straight up admits that if she were running the business, she'd probably make the exact same call to cut costs by 90%. Recognizing that cold economic reality rather than, just yelling at the clouds and fighting the technology is really the first crucial step to taking back control. So, realizing translation was likely a dead end, she had to pivot. Section 3, pivoting to content creation. 1,700. That is her new starting line. It's the number of YouTube subscribers she currently has on her main channel. Now, she didn't actually build this channel to replace her income originally. It was just started to support a self-published book she wrote back in 2021 about raising multilingual kids, which was a real struggle her and her husband went through. She even wrote a few more books with her sister. And along the way, making videos just turned into a genuine passion. So right now, it's completely unmonetized. She's far from the 4,000 watch hours you need. But this small, dedicated community, that is the foundation of her massive leap into independent digital content creation. You might be wondering, why content creation? Why is that a safer bet against AI? Well, it's all about doubling down on human traits. Think about it. AI can translate text in milliseconds, but it doesn't have a personal voice. It doesn't cry over real-life parenting struggles. It certainly doesn't have a quirky personality or the ability to show authentic vulnerability. By sharing her actual lived experiences, both raising multilingual kids and surviving this terrifying midlife career crisis, she's building the ultimate irreplaceable moat. At the end of the day, people connect with people, and that human connection, it's algorithm proof. Which leads us right into Section 4, Steps to Adapt and Survive. And I've got to ask you directly, has AI affected your job yet? Let's look at how to handle it if it does. What we have here is a literal survival guide drawn straight from her experience. Step 1. Face the reality of the situation head on. No victimhood allowed. Step 2. Immediately adjust your lifestyle. She talks about the harsh necessity of cutting back on luxuries, saying goodbye to travel and eating out, just to make sure her family's basic needs are secure. Step 3. Like we just talked about, double down on what makes you uniquely human. For her, that's creating content. And finally, step 4. Practice mindfulness. She heavily credits discovering Buddhism and mindfulness meditation, especially concepts like impermanence, which she actually writes about for free on her Substack, as absolute lifesavers for navigating this crazy, unpredictable world. Her energy here is just fiercely defiant. She says, I refuse to just curl up and die. That's not even an option. I refuse to be a victim. Talk about a powerful shift from passive displacement to active agency, right? She speaks so openly about her drive to provide for her supportive husband, who gives her incredible stability, and her 2 young kids. She totally acknowledges that the situation, well, effing sucks. She's not sugarcoating it at all. But falling into nihilism? That's just not on the table when you have a family relying on you. Section 5. Teaching the next generation. There's a pretty stark reality facing parents today. The old life path was the story we were all sold, right? Get good grades, grab a prestigious degree, land a solid job, and boom, lifelong stability. But as our narrator just proved, that path is completely shattered now. The new reality is defined by one word: uncertainty. By the time her 7- and 9-year-olds enter the workforce in 10 or 15 years, the landscape is going to look completely unfathomable. Because of this, she makes a passionate argument that our traditional school systems and societal values desperately need an overhaul to teach skills that actually matter today. So, what are those skills? Well, sitting right at the very top of the list is mental resilience. That's the capacity to adapt to rapid changes and bounce back quickly from setbacks. If AI is coming for traditional white-collar jobs, and honestly maybe even physical blue-collar jobs down the line, having a static set of technical skills just isn't going to save you. The absolute most critical survival skill you can cultivate for yourself and your kids is mental agility, the ability to pivot, learn something entirely new, and withstand the shock of sudden, massive change. Which leaves us with one final, vital question to think about. How will you adapt to the AI revolution? We've looked at an incredible blueprint today, accepting the economic reality, letting go of past prestige, trimming the fat from your budget, protecting your mental health through mindfulness, and really doubling down on your unique, irreplaceable human voice. The world is changing at breakneck speed, and survival means building your very own moats against automation. So take a hard look at your skills, your industry, and your humanity. What is your pivot going to look like? Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll catch you on the next explainer.